Are there any questions I can dodge, especially from pathological skeptics? I prefer, yes, pathological skeptic number one.
So where do you stand as to alternative theory or?
In 10 seconds or less, I support the fact that detection is occurring through electromagnetics, the vibrational theory of olfaction. But that's a whole nother talk altogether. Yes?
And, well, what is the purpose of the lab theory? If you're talking about electromagnetic waves pass to the receptors we're talking about.
Correct.
I say, do they?
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then that supports your theory.
Yes, but that, again, that's another talk altogether. Absolutely, absolutely. We'll talk more over muffins. Yes. Dave.
Tom, about maybe 10 years ago, I promised you that I would go to my local range with a radio in my pocket, with a cord up to an earphone under my head, or ear protector, and touch off a couple of rounds to see if a rapid chemical reaction would cause some interference to the radio signal. And I may do it in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you very much for that update. Are there any other updates? Any other questions? Yes, Patrick.
Your presentations are so convincing. What's the problem? Why have you convinced them?
Why haven't I convinced them? Because no one will give me the time of day. I actually talked with, am I still on camera? I actually talked with a certain professor at Cal Davis, and I was asking him some hard questions. It was during the, the food time, things like this, and they had some hors d'oeuvres around and some drinks, and I said, what about this? What about that? What about A? What about B? And he turned and looked at me without responding and said, why don't you go ahead and get something to eat? Turned around and left. So I went to go get something to eat, because that's good advice, I think.
You guys in Utah.
Yes.
You convinced them.
It's nice to be able to convince some individuals some of the time. It would be nicer to convince all of the individuals all the time. Yes?
Are you familiar with the researcher named Turin, who published a paper on enzymes, electron tunnel, spectroscopy,
Very familiar. Luca Turner was supposed to be here today, and by the way, I need to apologize for some who were looking forward to having him here. He wasn't able to make it at the last minute. His mother was going into surgery, and so he had to cancel out, but he was on the website. And I did officially invite him, and I would have loved to have met him for the first time because I've only communicated with him otherwise. He is suggesting a different mechanism than what the insects are doing, though, but the idea is the same, vibrational theory. I'm sorry, I can't answer a second question from Dave right now. That's just too much for me.
Wait a minute.
Wait, my wife has a question. No. My wife has a question.
Just a comment. Gregory Dykstra is 2 years old and listened to his daddy's talk so well, so I think he deserves a congratulations.
In the 4 years that we've been married, this is the first presentation that my wife has heard me speak because of the children. So this is a huge accomplishment, and I was very worried about what was going to happen. Thank you very much, Dave. You still, Dave insists.
You are not very creative. The next time that somebody brushes you off like that, you take out your small container of fleas and tap
I got some mosquitoes in my pocket. Any other questions? Yes, I'm sorry, I couldn't see you. Yes. Do you think there's a piezoelectric effect going on there? The answer, yes. There are piezo and pyroelectric properties of the insect cuticle. Well established, it's in the literature. So, as a matter of fact, because it's a dielectric antenna, as I talked about before, you're going to have both. Those essentially required. So yes, those conditions have been met. Thank you very much. Great question from a patent examiner. Mark.
Again, back to what's the problem here? Because what you're presenting, this is I can see, doesn't require physics or anything. It's requiring paper looking at electrical signals rather than chemical signals. But we're not talking about like voodoo here. So what's the problem?
The problem right now is that if this theory is correct, then some researchers, whom I have mentioned by name, who have been doing this for 40 years, who have been applying for grants from the United States government, NIH and NSF, are going to realize that they're wrong. So you are insulting the other scientist by doing something like this. This is dangerous territory. I should be getting nods from a lot of people. You understand that when you tread on someone's territory, long-standing territory, they do not take a liking to this at all. That's where the problem is. If I can have a logical discussion with them, and I can't, I'll be in better shape. But I realize my time is done. Thank you very much, York.